प्रेम ईश्वर है, ईश्वर प्रेम है। प्रेम ईश्वर है, ईश्वर प्रेम है। हर धड़कन में साई समा है, ईश्वर प्रेम है। हर धड़कन में साई समा है, ईश्वर प्रेम है। प्रेम ईश्वर है, ईश्वर प्रेम है। My most loving pranams at the lovely lotus feet of our most loving, beloved Lord Sai. Respected elders, dear sisters and brothers, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share some of my thoughts about our beautiful Lord today on such an important day for all of us. This beautiful Lord and this loving Lord of ours. And I am fortunate that the topic loving God through bhajans, through Sai bhajans, is what I'll try and speak to all of you about. This day is so important because I'm sure all of you have discussed in your study circles and SSC classes, etc. This is the day Swami told us who he is. And from this day onwards, his life has been a saga of trying to tell us who we are. He told us on this day that he is Sai, he is the divine mother and father. And he's been trying to tell us from that day onwards that we too are divine. Prem Ishwar hai, Ishwar Prem hai. Love is God and God is love. Swami loves this bhajan. And on many an occasion, he has asked the students, many of us, me included, on some occasions to sing this bhajan specifically. Because this is a message that he wanted to go out to everybody, that God is love, love is God. If we think about one particular aspect that Swami has addressed the most in all his discourses and all his informal sittings with all of us, it is this one word, love. In fact, this evening in the program in the Sai Kulwant Hall, they played a clipping of Swami's discourse. Swami says that I have come down for only one purpose. And that is to show you all the path of love. That is the one single purpose that he has come down to. And this wonderful Lord of ours, see, when we talk about loving God through bhajans. So when I take the term loving God, the first thought that went out to me is the book by Kasturi Garu. Right? For all of us, loving God, where God is a noun and loving God is an adjective. So loving God is probably the most apt way that one can describe our wonderful Lord, right? So loving God. But for Swami, loving God is not merely a noun or an adjective. For him, he is a person of action. So for him, loving has to become a verb in our daily life. And his kind of love is a universal and selfless love. Even in a discourse, I think the Media Center had put up a discourse a couple of days, a small clip, where Swami says, you follow what I am telling you because this is for your good. It is not for him. So this selfless love of his and this universal love of his, if we talk about Swami's love alone, we can cover hours and hours of, how Swami's love has covered little children in the primary school, grown up, college people, and then you have devotees of various age groups. We have had people from the political circles, from businessmen, all kinds of people. And one thing that has struck everyone is Swami's love. Again, Swami was telling in his discourse, have I sent an invitation out to all of you? It is this love, it is the Akarshana Shakti of this love. So that is the love of Swami which can transform a little kid. When the small child is 6 or 7 years old onwards, which is why Swami starts SSC at a very young age, or it can transform a dacoit like the Halagappa in the Srirangapatna. There is a Swami's temple. A dacoit like him can be transformed. So that is the overpowering verb that Swami's love is. So about his selflessness, I remember once in the bhajan hall when Swami came in, I happened to be sitting in the front row, and Swami was standing in front of me and talking to the bhajan boys. He was just chatting. That's how Swami forms that bond. So he was talking something, and that time I noticed that the hem of Swami's robe was torn a little bit. And from then onwards, my mind was distracted. I was not concentrating on what Swami was saying. I was thinking, Swami's robe is torn because Swami is, you see him, is a perfection in every way, including his dressing. So the hem of his robe was torn. So I was going on thinking, now I should tell, the mind starts working. I should start telling Swami that his robe is torn. It is not my duty. But this is what the mind is. Somehow I took it upon myself that I have to tell Swami that, and this is the chance and this is the lenience that Swami would give us as students, that love of Swami. So then finally when Swami finished talking, Swami noticed that I was looking at him. He asked me, Yemi. I said, Swami, robe is torn. He said, oh na. Then he looked down and said, I am a poor man, sir, he said. Robe is torn. He said, I am a poor man, sir. And then everyone started, no Swami, no Swami, no Swami, all the boys. And we all said, no Swami, no Swami. He waited for all the din to stop, all the noise to stop. Then he said, you all be good, then I am a rich man, Swami said. Now it was such a beautiful lesson for all of us. This is how selfless he is. For us, his being rich or poor depends on us. Isn't that a huge responsibility for us also? This loving Lord to make him feel rich. With what? With our hearts full of love. So isn't it easy to love such a God? This universal and this selfless love, and that is what he wanted us to imbibe. And the moment we become such loving people, we all become loving as well, right? And that is when Swami's message of love all and serve all becomes a reality. When all of us become loving like how Swami wanted us to become. Yeah? So just thinking about this love of Swami, I just remembered a song that we sang when we were in school. This suddenly flashed to me because we have not sung it hence. And this was a song we had sung as school children, so our voices were a little children's voice. And this is something that Swami loved so much that he asked us to sing it 2-3 times after that. And I will tell you a lesson which comes later on related to why he wanted school children to sing this. प्यार करे सब साई से, साई सबसे प्यार करे, प्यार करे सब साई से, साई सबसे प्यार करे. Everybody loves Sai, Sai loves everybody. Everybody loves Sai, Sai loves everybody. Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai. Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai. इस युग में साई आया है, गीता का वचन निभाया है, गीता का वचन निभाया है. Everybody loves Sai, Sai loves everybody. Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai. It has another paragraph also, but this so beautifully puts together the idea that we all love Sai and Sai loves everybody. And I think this is the love, the verb of love that Swami expects from all of us. So he said, no amount of listening to his discourses, of doing bhajans, of doing service, of having study circles, of theorizing. No amount of theorizing is useful if it does not make an impact on our daily life. Like how Swami asked a small group of boys who used to do a lot of seva in Hyderabad. And Swami asked them in the interview room, and they said, Swami, we are doing this, we are doing that, we did this, we did that much seva to these many people, etc. Swami heard them all and said, Adanta manchidi. Kani meelo yemaina marpu vachinda, Swami asked. Has it made any difference to you? So that is Swami's eventual goal. Are we able to put that into practice? Are we able to love Swami after seeing him love everybody else? So that is like I was saying, for Swami everything is action. So like some of us can be really foolhardy, right? So one of us went up to Swami and said, Swami, one devotee went up to Swami and said, Swami, you say so many things in the discourses, but in the discourses you keep repeating things. Why do you repeat things? It is as if Swami's discourses are something of an entertainment value for us. So, this is, like I said, this is the mind. We think we can ask Swami such questions. But somebody went up. But maybe it is for our own sake that Swami has put that thought in that person's mind. Come, ask me that question. So what Swami's reply to that man was, he said, yeah, Avunu Bangaru, I keep repeating myself in my discourses. Tell me one thing that you have followed in your life. So this is Swami's lesson to us. He says, you follow one thing. So like I said, this loving Lord with his universal and selfless love is so forgiving also that he says, you follow one thing, I will be happy. Can we get a more loving God in our lives? You follow one of my teachings. So this is our loving Lord. And today, this is the day that he started his teaching to humanity after he said, Nene Sai Baba. He started with Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam. And then we all know now that Guru Charanam does not only mean physically his feet. I started this talk with saying Swami's lovely feet, because anyone who has had a Padnamaskar knows what a beautiful opportunity it is, and what a beautiful moment it is to touch those soft, beautiful, lovely feet of Swami. Yes, that is Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam. Concentrate on those lovely feet of Swami. At the same time, we have to concentrate on his footsteps. Follow the footsteps of Swami. That is basically, we have to follow his footsteps. We have to do what he wants us to do. So today, Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam, that is our That is our path. And talking about paths, we have a bhakti marga, we have a karma marga, we have a jnana marga, and in our Sai organizations, we have multiple activities that help us to go through on our paths, any path that we choose. So it is said that it is like these three margas are like an auto rickshaw. All of you familiar with auto rickshaws in India. It's a three-wheeler. See, the only thing is it has one front wheel. So these three margas are a part and parcel of every Sai devotee's life. It is just that one becomes the primary wheel in front, and the other two are also essential, with which you go on the path that Swami wants us to go. So for some of us, the bhakti marga may be the primary, the front wheel. The other two, Swami says, do not ignore that, but your primary path may be that. And just talking personally, I am someone to whom Swami had probably very early in my life had shown me the bhakti marga through Sai bhajans. I'm truly grateful for that, because the very first day that I had joined school in OT as a 7-year-old, Swami had asked me to get up and sing a bhajan. So it was that day verily that Swami said, bhajan is your marga. So I will probably concentrate on the bhakti marga, and also the topic is loving God, loving Swami through Sai bhajans. So bhajans are through the bhakti marga. So there is a very interesting incident about one of our bhajan boys would sing regularly. He would be part of programs, and in fact Swami had made him sing the Ramakatha many times in front of him. So one day he got courage to get up and ask Swami that, Swami, what extra sadhana should I do in my life, to attain you? What extra sadhana do you want me to do? Swami told him, Nuvu ni bhajane chai, new duty sariga chai, Swami told him. He said, you do your bhajans and you do your duty properly. So Swami revealed to him what the front wheel of his auto rickshaw was basically. So doing your duty also means not ignoring the other aspects. But yeah, bhajan is your front wheel. So whatever we feel, see, either some of us, Swami may have physically told us many years ago, guided us somehow to find our actual, the front wheel of our, the marga that we want. The rest of us are prompted by Swami from within, knowing that, this is your path. And we are so fortunate that in the organization we are able to participate in everything else also, but with one marga being the primary thing. Once during a prize distribution in the school, I was in my 11th standard, and I happened to sing a song before the prize distribution started. Jag mein sundar hai do naam, chahe Krishna kaho ya Ram, bolo Ram Ram Ram, bolo Sham Sham Sham. So the song went on, and then after the music program, the prize distribution started, and I happened to win a few prizes in some events. So when I went up to take my prize from Swami, he said, "Oh, Niku prize vachinda?" He said, "Yes, Swami." Then he said, "Em padevu, what did you sing?" I said, "Swami, Jag mein sundar bolo Ram bolo Sham." "Avi rendu ni prizes," he said. That is the name of God. The name of God is truly, it is not merely my prize. For all of us trying to attain something in life, God's name, that song happened to have Bolo Ram, Bolo Sham. Any name of God that is dear to us, any form of God that is dear to us through any name of His, that is a true prize of ours in our life. So if we are able to take His name with love, we earn our prizes. Very quickly I'll tell you that during the school days, because that song also said Gita ka vachan nibhaya hai. So Swami has given a series of lectures on the Bhagavad Gita, and there was a time in my school days, in my 8th and 9th standard, where Swami had asked all of us to learn the Bhakti Yoga, the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So we all had learnt chanting of the entire 12th chapter, and in fact Swami had loved it so much that before his discourses he would ask some of us to chant, instead of the regular Vedam, we would have chanting of the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and then Swami would give his discourse. So that was a little, I would say, a rare and unique time during Swami's discourses. So according to Swami, in all his discourses, what we have summarized, see, basically he says the Bhakti Yoga is so dear to him. He says that it is the summum bonum of the whole thing is people who treat everyone equally, and those who treat defeat and victory the same, they are dear to me. Okay, that is the crux of this chapter. Swami, this loving Swami, how much simpler he has made it for us. He said, for me, fix your mind on me. He says that is what is the crux of this chapter. He's told us, fix your mind on me. He said, okay, if you're not able to fix your mind on me, do abhyasa, he says. Do practice. Isn't it so practical in any sphere of our lives? Abhyasa. You are not able to immediately fix your mind on me. Okay, you do abhyasa. Then he says, you're not able to do abhyasa. Whatever you do in your life, do it for me. That is bhakti. You are not even able to do that. He says, immerse your life in the love of God. That finally is the crux, Swami says. He simplifies it and says, finally, everything you do, immerse yourself in the love of God. That is bhakti. So love. This juncture, I think I'll just sing another beautiful bhajan where it is a prayer to Swami. Basically, we are asking him to grant us this bhakti so we can love him. Prema bhakti jagao man mein, aao mere hriday mein, Baba, aao mere hriday mein, Baba. Prema bhakti jagao man mein. Okay. So regarding bhakti and bhajan singing, so Swami says, Mad bhakta yatra gayanti tatra tisthami narada. So wherever my glory is sung, I install myself there. So many times we take this only as the meaning of whatever Lord Narayana has told Narada. And Swami so often reminded us of this. But the catch in this is Mad Bhakta Yatra Gayanti. So it's not that I go and sing and Swami will come and install. Mad Bhakta, we have to make sure that we are his devotee. And as devotees, so much is there that Swami expects from us. In fact, Swami kept telling through his life that I'm waiting for that one devotee, I'm waiting for that one devotee. So if we wonder why when I'm singing, Swami is not installing himself there, maybe we have to look within, right? Maybe we have to, am I a bhakta? Am I following what Swami wants? That is the crux of that, Mad Bhakta Yatra Gayanti Tatra Tisthami Narada. And Swami emphasizes that among all the things that a devotee must have for him, he says, love is what I want from you all. So that. Now I'll move on to Sai Bhajans. So, because we are trying to love Swami through Sai Bhajans. So, what Sai Bhajans does for all of us is, it gives each of us an opportunity to become a Mirabai, right? A Tyagaraja, a Tukaram, anybody, an Annamaya, a Surdas. Doesn't it give us all an opportunity to do that? If we do it how they have done. Because they did two things right. They sang to God and they sang for God. If you make these fine distinctions, we are singing to God. Kumar is singing it for. Right? So we have to sing for God and we have to sing to God. then we all have the opportunity to become a Meera. How do we become so dear to Swami? In Kodaikanal, once Swami would tell the boys, go out into the market, buy some things, and then take it home for your parents or all. You are here with me. You are not gone home during vacation, so take it home. So one boy, because that was the time when Swami would ask for Meera bhajans to be sung regularly. So one of the students, he found an idol of Meera in the market in Kodaikanal. So he bought it. And when they came back, some boys had bought some gifts for Swami. So Swami had asked them to buy for your parents. So they said, Swami, it is for you. You are our divine parent. So, it was very loving scene where some of the students had got a shawl. They said, Swami, it is a little cold here. It's a shawl for you. And then Swami would say, hey, I don't feel cold or anything. You all feel cold. You should wear shawls. And this is a very loving interaction that was going on. And this boy brought this cute little statue of Mirabai and said, Swami, you ask for Meera bhajans every day. Swami, this Meera statue for you. And Swami said, Idi bommara Meera natone undi. This is a mere idol. Meera is with me only. So don't we all want Swami to say this about us? Saying that this person, he or she is with me. If we sing like a Meera. Right? Swami used to tell us so many stories about Meera and about Radha's Bhakti and about Surdas. The confidence that Surdas had, that song goes, Baah chudaye jaat ho, nibal jaan ke mohe, hirday se jab jao to, sabal mein jaanu to. So Surdas challenges Krishna. That is how close he is to Krishna. He says, you leave my hand and go thinking I am a weakling. You leave my heart and go, then we will see how strong you are. Now, this is the challenge that Surdas puts to God. So don't we have that opportunity? Sing to him like how Surdas sang. Sing to him like how Mirabai sang. Sing to him like how Tyagaraja sang. Tyagaraja sang so much to Lord Rama that Lord Sai Rama has sung so many of Tyagaraja's kritis. Isn't that the ultimate blessing for any devotee? That his compositions are being sung by the Lord himself. So that is about our having an equal opportunity like all the other singer saints of yore. So why do we do bhajans? See, the name and music by themselves, they have the potency to connect us to God, right? We know of the bandit who became a Valmiki by merely saying Mara, Mara, Mara without knowing it was Rama. Only by knowing that he is going to gain the grace of God if he chants Mara, 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 Mara. So that is the efficacy of the name of the Lord. And music by itself, we had Zakir Hussain ji, the legend tablaist, who came while talking to us about so many other things once in the music college. He mentioned that music for him is like a conversation with Mother Saraswati. So that is what music alone can do. Whether you're a tablaist, whether you're a harmonium player, a veena player, a sitar player, or a singer, what music and name can alone do is connect you to God within. And the potent mix is when you mix this name, the powerful name, this powerful music, when you put it together and offer it to Swami, then Swami says, Tyagaraja could have called out to Lord Rama and said, Rama, nannu kapadura. And Rama would have come running to him because Tyagaraja was such a great devotee of Lord Rama. But Tyagaraja said, Rama nannu kapadura. Rama nannu kapadura. Swami says, so melodious to hear, is it not? So when Lord Sai Rama himself says that when you sing out your prayer to me, it is so melodious for me, then that becomes, all the more it gives us confidence that when we put the name and music together and offer it as a prayer to him, he is going to come running to us probably at 2x speed. I don't know, but he says it is very touches his heart when we offer it in the form of music. So for whom do we do these bhajans? We can do bhajans for ourselves. Yeah, it sounds a little selfish, but yeah, We are doing bhajans for ourselves because we want to find peace within. Right? We attend a bhajan session in the middle of our crazy day at work and family and everything. We want to attend a bhajan session where we find peace at the end of it, where we locate our Swami within ourselves and say, I am at peace. So what Swami also puts emphasis is, at the end of the session, end of a bhajan session, your peace should not go to pieces within few seconds. It's like you gained peace at the end of the bhajan. Give yourself some time. Let that feeling sink in, So one thing we can do is, we are singing for ourselves. Other thing is we are singing for others. While this may not be true of everybody, because we have the lead singers and bhajan group, and we have the majority of the people who are following, but it is a big responsibility for the bhajan group. I just wanted to touch upon this point, saying that it is a big responsibility that we are connecting 1,000 people to Swami, and we shouldn't become an impediment in their way. So when we are singing for others, that is what it means, that we are trying to connect everybody else to Swami. And there is a whole workshop that we do on how this should be done. But the third and very important thing is, are we singing for Swami? Like I said, Mirabai and Tyagaraja and Annamaya and Surdas, what did they do? They sang to him, they called out to him, and they sang for him. Now we know this story of where Swami in Kodaikanal had the boys singing to him, and he kept asking them, sing one more, and it was going past Swami's dinner time. And then finally the cuckoo came out, and that's like a reminder that it was past time, dinner time. And then Swami suddenly said, hey, it is time for all of you to eat, go. He said, Swami, you have not eaten. Swami said, no, I am full. I will go. You all eat. So Swami was so happy. So this is what we want, Swami, at the end of a bhajan session, where we have all participated, irrespective of which side of the microphone we are, whether we are leading, whether we are following. If for Swami, following a bhajan session was as important as leading in a bhajan session. Any bhajan that we would do where the boys or the general public would not follow enough, Swami would be very displeased with us. And then he had told us to make it a point that we sing it in the hostel, in the college, so that there is good following, because that is the whole idea of community singing. He says, if we sing a song which people are not able to follow, a bhajan which people are not able to follow, he would come and say, "The kacheri kadra." So we have a separate platform for a kacheri, for a music program. That is different. But Sai bhajans, through which we are trying to pray to him, love him, and sing for him and sing to him, that is what Swami wanted. So both sides of the mics, it is very, very important that all of us participate in this. And how do we do bhajans? So this is not a bhajan workshop. So for everybody generally, Swami laid emphasis on bhava. See, not everybody is going to sing in front of a mic. Like I said, 99.9% of the public may be singing away from the mic. They are just following bhajans. But what is important for Swami is bhava. We have to use the opportunity of a bhajan session to sing to him, right? So bhava is most important. And Swami said that a bhajan session without bhava, if you are not praying to me, he would say it is like uppuleni pappu annattu. So it is like dal without salt. So that is the importance. Bhava can be, Swami would say, it is like salt. Swami would say bhava is like the thread that puts all your flowers together. If each individual heart is like a flower offering themselves to Swami, can you just visualize this? Each heart is praying to Swami. And then there is this thread, which is the bhava. The bhava is, Swami, I love you. I love you. If that can be our common thread, that threads all the flowers together. And like the Global Council Dallas Center, for example, if you have a center bhajans there, as a center, we want to offer a wonderful garland of jasmine flowers to Swami. Let us think we are doing that. That can happen only if bhava is the thread. Otherwise, it is just few flowers strewn at Swami's feet. So we want to garland Swami. So that is what bhava is. So once Actually, it is so difficult during a bhajan session, whether it is a half an hour, 45 minutes, center bhajans, sometimes 1 hour, akhanda bhajans are even longer. And then I got up and asked Swami once, Swami, concentration, Swami, how do I get concentration? And then Swami said, Nannu talachuko. It is very clear. He said, you think of me. So don't we have this beautiful form of Swami? So whatever it is, we have different forms of visualizing Swami in order to get bhava. But all we have to do is visualize this loving form of Swami. And bhava and love will automatically flow. Nannu talachuko. Think of him whenever we need them. So there is a story of how one general hospital doctor, an elderly man, very sweet person, but he had been getting up and praying to Swami continuously that he wanted to sing bhajans. So one day Swami called him in front near the bhajan hall door, and we were all sitting there. So Swami called so that the conversation between him and the doctor could be heard by all of us. And then he asked the doctor, what do you want? He said, Swami, I want to sing bhajan. Swami said, sing. Where do you want to sing? He said, Swami, I want to sing in the bhajan mandir. I want to sing in the bhajan. Oh, bhajan mandir you want to sing? Then Swami said, they pointed outside at the devotees who were sitting and said, but Valandaru papam. Swami said, poor devotees, all of them. Then Swami went on, this is the loving Lord. So because everyone had a good laugh when Swami said, if you sing on the mic, all the devotees are going to have a rough time connecting to me. But then the loving Lord continued and said, Kani Bangaru, you sing in the puja room, I will listen to you. That is the assurance he gave the doctor. So not everyone has to be a lead singer or a lead instrument player in a bhajan group. We can sing to him in our puja room, and he has given us an assurance. And he wanted all of us to know that. He wanted all of us to know that as people in a bhajan group, this is what I expect from you. But everybody else has the opportunity, like I said, to be a Meera in our own puja room with our own Sai Krishna. So that is loving Swami through bhajans by singing with feelings. Another thing is loving Swami through enthusiasm during a bhajan session. Yeah, it is not merely sitting. There was one professor who would sit during a bhajan session, and he would be one of the most strong meditators in the bhajan hall. He would meditate through the bhajan session, and Swami observed this for some time. And one day when Swami was coming through the bhajan hall, he came, pointed out to him in front of all the students and said, hey, this is not the place for you to meditate. You have to clap and sing, and you have to follow bhajans. If you're going to meditate, sit somewhere else. Bhajan time is not for meditation. So it was such a clear message from Swami that bhajan session is a session to participate in bhajans wholeheartedly and with enthusiasm. Again, this is another person who would sit with the doctors of the hospital, and he tells me that he was not a singer by any stretch of imagination. So, but he loves Sai bhajans. So he would participate wholeheartedly. So Swami would come and sit in the bhajan mandir, and then all the students would run and sit in front facing Swami in the bhajan mandir, in the portico, upper portico of the mandir. And this doctor would also turn and he would face Swami and enthusiastically clap and follow every bhajan. So I think there's probably some gap around him because, like I said, he was not a great singer in his own words. So this happened for a few years. He used to keep visiting and would keep doing this. So once I remember, Swami was in Brindavan. We had visited Brindavan from Parthi, and this doctor had also come. So we had a session in Trai Brindavan. And during Trai Brindavan, some of us were seated in front of Swami's jhula. Swami was on the jhula. And he asked us to sing few songs. So we sang some bhajans. We sang some songs in front of Swami. And Swami was sitting and kind of enjoying. And after we finished singing a few, he called this doctor from the back of the hall. Said, come. So this doctor walked up in front. That Swami is calling him for some reason. And he said, Padu. He said, Swami, me? He was shocked. He said, like his idea was, Swami, Trai Brindavan may become empty if I sing now, kind of a thing. So he said, Swami, Nena. Swami said, yes, Padu. He tried protesting once or twice, and Swami said, no, sit, sing. He sat and sang a bhajan. Yeah, musically, if you ask all of us, yeah, it was probably musically, it was ordinary, but everyone participated in following his bhajans. But the one special thing that happened was what Swami didn't do for all our bhajans and songs. Swami picked up his talam and played for his entire bhajan, just for his bhajan. So Swami directly showed that you don't have to be a great musician to offer your enthusiasm, your love to me through your enthusiasm in bhajans. So Swami will reward us if you are able to do this through enthusiasm. We have to know that Swami is omniscient, that he is omnipresent. And when he says that mat bhakta yatra gayanti, like I said, we have to be a devotee for him to install himself. That means for us to know that he is there. He is always there, right? That is why we call him omnipresent, right? He is always there. So there's this saying is there saying, if you look to me, I look to you. Then we get a doubt. Only if I look at Swami, he will look. No, Swami is always looking at us. Only if we look at him, we will know that he is looking at us. So this omnipresence of Swami, bhajans used to happen at our home in Madikeri in Karnataka. And while I was in the hostel, mother, father and sister would normally have these bhajans on Saturdays. And before the bhajan session, my mother and my sister had a little argument about something about the bhajan. And it was basically mother had told sister, you have to wash your face, comb your hair neatly, put vibhuti, come sit and then attend the bhajan session in our home. And sister was like, only 3 of us at home. No, Swami is also like family member and just the 3 of us, it is okay. And then this argument would happen. Then after that, sometime after that, parents came and we got an interview as a family. And Swami looked at my sister and told her, when mother tells you to comb your hair and sit for bhajans, follow what she says. And while this came as a shock for my sister and my mother, in the sense that this happened 500 kilometers away from Puttaparthi, but this has happened in front of our omnipresent Swami. So he is there at every bhajan session. In fact, in another interview, Swami told my parents they had bought a small silver box. It was my mother's dream to have a silver box with lavangam, with clove in it, so that anytime Swami would give a chance, they could offer it to Swami. And Swami gave that opportunity once in the interview room. And while mother was offering this to Swami, Swami in fact told my parents, I know both of you went in Bangalore while coming here. You went to this jeweler shop. You didn't like the models which were there. You went to another jeweler shop. You didn't like it there. Both of you didn't. You liked it. You didn't like. Finally, you went to a third shop, and that is where you liked it, and you bought it. And parents were like, "Oh my God, yes, Swami, that is exactly what had happened." And they just reached that morning, and they didn't even tell me that this had happened. And we went in that evening. Swami had blessed us with an interview, and Swami said, "So whether it is our puja room, or whether it is going jewelry shopping." Probably we need to be careful about how many jewels we are buying or what we are buying, because just to know that this omniscient and this omnipresent Lord is there with us, so we can love him by knowing that he is omnipresent with us. And like I said in the Bhagavad Gita, Swami said, fix your mind on me. So focus during Sai Bhajan session is so important, that we focus on him. I tell about this episode where in an interview room, Swami asked my parents, how's this guy Ravi? And they said, Swami, he is your child. So, how he is. Leave us out of this. He is your child. Then Swami said, he is a good boy only, but... And then you start getting worried. My God, Swami is going to tell my parents something about me. Then he said, but during bhajan, he is more interested in the khanjira than on me. So that is when I had recently started playing the khanjira in the mandir, and I was trying to experiment on different beats. And I didn't know that, I had the opportunity to sit at his lotus feet during bhajan. And I would not concentrate on him. I would not look at him. I was looking at the khanjira. And this loving Lord, so beautifully, he said, he concentrates on the khanjira more than on me. So it was a lesson on that day that Sai Bhajan sessions are a session where we have to focus on him. He is the focus. Isn't that the reason why we are doing bhajans? So, loving him by focusing on him during Sai bhajans. And there are quite a few more. I'll probably end with a couple more. Love him by being a child. This is something that was so important. Like I sang this a few lines of that song, Pyar kare sab Sai se, Sai sabse pyar kare. Everybody loves Sai, Sai loves everybody. And Swami had insisted that some of us who are in school with little children's voice sing it. And that is what had, Swami loved it so much when we sang it in that voice. Swami insisted, there were elder brothers who would sing much better than us, but he insisted that we sing it. And mind also goes back to Swami's 60th birthday. There was an English drama called Here and There. And in Here and There, there was a scene where the protagonist of the drama is a student of Swami who goes home for vacation and gets led astray. He's not following what Swami wants him to do, gets into bad habits, etc. Then he's about to get caught by the police, that kind of a story. And that is when he remembers that, this is what Swami had taught him and he was not. And then he's supposed to cry out to Swami. So how he remembers Swami is, Swami, the beautiful, the divine director that he is, he said, let us have one Sai bhajan here. He said, let us have a Sai bhajan. It is, the scene is an old blind beggar is walking on the streets. His son, a little child, is holding his blind father, singing a bhajan and walking across the street. And this student who has become astray suddenly listens to that bhajan. So first thing is, Swami wanted a bhajan to be the point where he gets transformed. And Swami also told the director of the drama, that he was the director after all, the student director of the drama, that you should have a bhajan here sung by a child. So Swami said, I was playing the role of the child who was the son of the beggar. He said, let Ravi sing this bhajan. And it was, Hey Ram Bhagavan, Hey Karuna Sindhu Ram, Hey Deena Bandhu Sai Ram, Hey Deena Bandhu Sai Ram. So this little child is singing and walking across, and this suddenly remembers Swami and then breaks out saying Swami, and then transformation happens. But Swami had driven home another point, saying that a little child singing a bhajan like this will touch the heart more. Why? Because of the innocence of that a little child will have. So when Swami wants us to sing bhajans, he wants us to sing like we are his child. How would a child cry out? With innocence, with total faith on the father and the mother, that if I am dropped, my father is going to save me. My mother is going to protect me. The faith and innocence of a little child, if you are able to love him during bhajans, that is something that would help us connect with him. I think Sai Bhajan session, we can use Sai Bhajan session as a session to love him, because he is the closest friend that we can have. Even on the Vijayadashmi discourse that was played this year, which Swami had given during Vijayadashmi a few years ago, Swami said, you develop that kinship with me, become a friend to me, so much so like Tyagaraja, who said Ra. He addressed Lord Rama as Ra, which you would do only to a friend. He said, that is the kind of love, that is the kind of bond that I want between you and me. So let us use a bhajan session to be a session where we are talking to our friend, our Lord Sai Rama, who he is everything. Mata, Pita, Guru, Daivamu, Sakha, everything he is. Now let us pray, let us have conversations with him during Sai Bhajans. If we just try and do this, the bhava aspect of it, knowing his omnipresence, doing it with innocence, doing it with enthusiasm, loving him through all these things will automatically come once we are able to converse with him during a bhajan session. Just think of the mood that, see, we don't have control over what bhajans are sung during a session, right? We are just going to follow bhajans. Whichever bhajan it is, just think what emotion of ours it is going to touch us. Every bhajan has its own unique emotion. And let us pray to Swami. When we say Dina Natha Shankara, we'll say, okay, you're a Natha of Dina, Anatha, and Natha, but not me. I'm quite okay. See, we are all lacking something in life, right? We at least want peace. If not anything else, we seek love. We may not want worldly things. I get a good salary, I'm living a comfortable life. That is not the only want. So Dinas are who need something, who are in need of something, wanting love and wanting peace. All these things are wants that we have. Can't we pray to that Lord? Show our love to Swami and say, I will speak to you, I'll converse through this. So bhajans give us the various examples that we give during workshops, but each of us, if we connect to a bhajan, we will know how we are able to pray, because we can't give a particular formula saying that this bhajan is only you can pray this way, this is the only mood it sets. No, it is individual for us. What we are going through in our lives and our relation to Swami, it is one to one. Let us use bhajan session as a session to converse with him, show our love to him, and basically thank him for showing us on this day who he is, and pray to him continuously that Swami, one day let us get that remark from you saying that he or she Naloni unnadu or Naloni undi. Let us get that, what Swami said about Mirabai. Let us get that from his heart by following what he wants us to follow. We have to love him. Like I said, for Swami, love is not theoretical. It is practical. So if we say, Swami, I love you, Swami says, Swami has told the boys, empty words. You would also tell some of the singers, parrot voice. Parrot voice means not that the voice actually is like a parrot, but it is, you can make a parrot also sing a bhajan. Is it coming from the heart? That is what differentiates. A parrot only sings from its mouth. So if we are only singing from our mouth, we all become parrots. Swami wants us to do it from the heart. So let us pray that we become part of his heart so that he can call us his own. I'll just end this session now with a small bhajan where we can just think of the various emotions that this bhajan conveys to all of us. Sai Ram Ghanshyam Bhagwan Tumhara naam, tum bin koi nahi rakhwale, tum bin koi nahi आपत सहारे, तुम बिन प्रेम कोई नहीं देने वाले, तुम हो मेरे आत्मा राम बाबा, भगवान तुम्हारा नाम, साई राम तुम्हारा नाम, साई राम घनश्याम भगवान तुम्हारा नाम. Thank you. Saram.